In the previous tutorial, we had discussed about the various concepts of object-oriented programming, and in that we had discussed on class. So in this tutorial, we will have a detailed discussion on the class. Now, a class can be defined as a user-defined data type that binds data and function together. So it is a user-defined data type that the programmer is defining the class, and it will consist of both data and function. That is why it is written as that can bind data and function together. Then, in order for the compiler to know that it is a class, we will be using a keyword class. So definition is like this: class, class name, within curly brackets, access label 1, colon, variable declaration and function declaration, access label 2, colon, again variable and function declaration, etc. And we have to terminate with a semicolon. So there can be one or more access labels within a class. Now, access labels are of three types, either public or private or protected. So we will see the features of each of them. Now, this is one is easy. First, I will say that public member means these are members accessible anywhere the class is visible. So wherever in the program the class is visible, the members can be accessed. That are called public members. But private, if we declare a member as a private label, now these members are accessible only by the same members of the class or by friend functions, and it prevents unauthorized modification of data members. So if the access label is private, only the members within the same class can access it. Okay, then then protected, these are used in case of inheritance. We will see in detail what is inheritance, and they are just like private members and usually used in the case of inheritance. Now, how a member function definition will occur. There are mainly two types: outside class definition and inside class definition. So when a member function is defined outside class definition, it should be defined like this: return type, class name. This operator is called scope resolution operator, function name, argument list. So when we see this return type, function name, argument list, this is same as that of function definition. Only difference here is we are adding class name and scope resolution operator. This is to inform that this function is of this class. Okay, so that is why we are including this also. So within bracket we will define the function body. So this is what it will the syntax is when we define a function outside the class. This is an example. Okay, the same class, when we declare these functions, define these functions within a class or outside the class. So first we will see outside class definition. So hash include iostream h. Now this is my class employee. So class employee, int employee number, float salary. Then I am using scope resolution operator public colon. Then void get data and void put data. These are my member functions. These are my member data. So I am closing this class. Now I am going to define these two functions outside the class definition. Okay, class definition ends here, so I am going to define them outside the class definition. So void, this is the return type. This get data belongs to the class employee. Okay, so I am writing employee scope resolution operator get data. Okay, then I am defining what to be done inside it. Enter your employee number, see in employee number, enter salary, see in salary. So I am getting the data from here. Then again put data. So void employee scope resolution operator put data, see out employee number and salary. So this is what this is how this function definition occurs outside class. Suppose I am defining the function within the same class, how I can define is hashing right string that class employee same, now public. This is my function void get data. Now I am giving the function, we're writing the body within the same with class, right? So enter your employee number, salary, salary. So similarly, I am writing this within the class. So when you write this function definition inside the class, it is we know we don't have to specify the scope resolution operator. Okay. So moving on. Now the difference between structure and class. So class and structure have some similarities as well as differences. So we will see them. This keyword used to declare the structure is struct, whereas keyword used to declare a class is class. Then in the structure, we don't have any scope resolution operator or access specifiers, right? Everything is public. No special access specifiers are used. Now in the case of class, by default it will be private. If we do not specify any access specifier, by default it will be private, and they can be either public or protected. The declaration ends with semicolon for structure, and it is same with the case of class also. Then contains only data members. We cannot define a function within a structure, but in the case of class it is possible. So contains data members and member functions. Then members are accessed by dot operator. Here also members are accessed using dot operator. So this is the comparison of structure and a class. Now next we will move on to object of a class. So object we have seen in the last tutorial also. So object is a variable declared with the same type of class and contains a copy of data member and member function that is defined within a class. So class name, body of class, object name. So same copy of the class will be, this class will be created when we create an object. Now, how to access member of a class? Usually by using a dot operator. So, object name dot data member is the same what we have seen in structure also. So, if it is a data member, we will see object name dot a data number. If it is a function, we will write object name dot function name along with argument list. This is just same as calling a function. But before that, we have to give object name dot. Now, scope of a class and class object. So we have seen scope, right? We have seen global as well as local scope. So similarly, we have in class also a class declared and defined outside all the functions at the beginning of a program is having global scope, and it is known as global class. Okay, when a class is defined above all the program, it is global class, and it when it is defined inside a function, it have a local scope and it is local class. So same we have discussed on variables, global variable as well as local variable. Now this is an example. This class G is declared above main function. Okay, before the main function starts, we have declared the class G, and I have declared an object here G object 1. So this is a global class and this is a global object. Okay, so within main I am initializing another object using the same class G object 2. Since this is a global class, this declaration is valid. Why? This is a global class, so I can access it within other functions also. So G object 2 is a valid declaration. Now let us see here. Here I am declaring the main function first. Okay, and this class L is a local class because it is declared within a function, and here I am declaring an object within the same function, so L object 1. So I am declaring an object within this main function, so this is a local object, so this is a local class and this is a local object. Now I am using another function sum. Within that I am declaring object 2 of this class L. This is invalid. Why? This is a local class because it is accessible only within this function. So when another function uses it, it is invalid. That is the difference between local and global class. So hope you have understood the basics of classes.